Hey everyone, of course, welcome to the next edition of Forum Bites. I have here in front of me my brainstorming sheet that my forum actually pulled together for me when I made a brainstorming presentation. I was opening one of my restaurants, and with the help of this single sheet of paper, I was able to open my restaurant 40% ahead of target, both revenue and outcome. Of course, the brainstorming model within the forum is a very successful one, but it can be fraught with difficulties. There is a few things you can do to make it easier, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Some of you don't know, the brainstorming model for the presentation is where one of the forum members comes with a challenge and they want to get a brainstorming situation from the rest of the forum members. The person who is actually making the presentation goes to the back of the room and is not part of the brainstorming. Then naturally at the end of that, they come away with some ideas that they can hopefully implement to fix either their challenge or, as I did, do something different within their business. Now, recommendations to make this successful, because there is a couple of things you have to watch out for. I have managed a few of these within the forums, and sometimes I've had to manage a situation where a member felt judged, primarily because the brainstorming wasn't done properly, or worse, sometimes the person at the back of the room tries to get involved with the brainstorming and the brainstorming just falls apart because it loses its way. What I want to be able to do is actually set up the suggestions in twofold. One, the person who's actually got the challenge, and the forum who's doing the brainstorming. So firstly, the person who has the challenge. The first thing I would recommend you do is make sure you're very clear on what you want from the brainstorming session. Very clear on the challenge, very clear on what you need from the actual brainstorming, so what you get is what you want to walk away with. Make sure it's actually accurate, but don't make it so accurate and so granular that you corral everyone in and you lose the benefits of the brainstorming and getting some ideas that are outside of your normal way of thinking. The next suggestion I would have is make sure you go to the back of the room, out of eyesight, so the brainstorming is done without your influence, because that's actually the point. But remember, they may not be able to see you, but they will be able to hear you. Don't groan, mumble, gasp, anything. I've actually managed situations where the member was going, those type of items which people were taking as a negative, but some of it was actually someone who was actually pleased about an idea. But the thing is those sounds can dampen the brainstorming model. The brainstorming model has got to let run. It's got to let run with ideas that flow freely. And you getting involved from the back of the room is one way to stifle that. Now, the next suggestions I would have is for the group. Obviously, just like the person who's presenting, understand what they want from the brainstorming session. Ask questions. Make sure you understand what they're trying to do. Because you as a group have to come up with things they could try and do to do that. And make sure you remember what the brainstorming model is about. It's about giving ideas of what to do, not how to do it. The thing is you're there to come up with brainstorming ideas, not to pick them apart, not say whether they're good or bad. Because right here, I've probably got 7 ideas here that are totally impossible. But those 7 impossible ideas lead to the 3 that I actually used. And if I hadn't had those 7 in the first place, I wouldn't have got the gold nuggets at the end. The next suggestion I would give is make sure that you have someone managing the situation or managing the conversation. It can be the moderator, it can be the coach, whoever you want to have as part of the forum, but you have to manage it. Someone has to write down the notes during the brainstorming. Someone has to keep everyone on track. Remember, we've clarified what the person needs. You have to keep them on track of giving you ideas of what to do. Don't let them fall down in the weeds of how to do it as well as if it will work. Ideas is the name of the game here. And the next suggestion I would give is make sure that you put a time limit on the brainstorming session, like you do in all of your forum activities. But make sure you follow the backbone and the understanding of the forum experience, even in the brainstorming. Gestalt, professionalism, and no judgment. You're here to come up with ideas, not a veiled item where it's talking about what they did wrong. You just want to come up with ideas of what they can do to tackle whatever they want to tackle. Now, this type of presenting is different. It does take a different management style within the forum. But as you can see from mine, it is literally a treasure trove if done properly. Remember, brainstorming together comes up with the ideas. Then the individual leaves with ideas so they can then work out which one they want to do and how they can do it. Now, as always, if anyone's got any questions whatsoever, please leave it in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. Just hit that subscribe button now. And as always, I'll see you very soon in the next episode.